So is it time for ETH to shine? I mean, we've seen a little bit of ETH action, and we've seen these layer twos, Arbitrum and Optimism, which we've been poking with a stick for the last 3-4 weeks. They've finally woken up, and these things are absolutely ripping now. So we're going to get straight into these two guys. Then we're going to look at some projects on these platforms. I'm looking at Synthetics. I'm looking at GMX, which is on Arbitrum. And then I've got the captain in the back. The real captain is sitting in the back here, and he's bringing some proper alpha. And if you look on Banter Bubbles right now, you can see all these bubbles have hats on. And I think it's got something to do with this absolute shit coin called 𝗏𝗏. So we're definitely going to be talking about it. And maybe Kyle's going to fill us in here. Maybe he knows something about what's happening here. So a lot to talk about today, guys. Let's get right into it. So the captain's in the house, guys. Look at this man's hat. He's out sailing there. I mean, what's the time there? You 6 hours ahead.
10:15 right now.
Have you been out at a party? What's going on here?
No, I just representing with a hat. I don't have this knitted. I'm having one knitted for me, but in the meantime, this is the best I could do. Just trying to fit in.
You look like the captain of the ship here. So that was quite funny, though. I mean, 10 minutes ago, there were no hats on these Banter Bubbles things. And now the hats are on there. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, look, we're going to talk about this 𝗏𝗏 hat. We'll save that one for the end. Guys, let's just see where we are quickly with BTC. And then we're gonna get stuck into Kyle here, because I want him to talk to me about Solana and all these other projects that are ripping here. So let me just let's get this BTC going quickly. And right now, my BTC 2 hour, we're still holding our support level. And while we are holding our support level, those of you who watch Dominance would have noticed that Dominance has just been absolutely dumping while BTC is ranging, and that is the perfect recipe for altcoin moves, is when we've got ranging BTC and dominance dumping. I mean, these alts just absolutely rip. So maybe we're a little bit euphoric now. I mean, I'm looking at Arbitrum and Optimism here, Kyle. I mean, the way these things are moving. And then I saw a tweet from Run that he dropped a little bit earlier saying this ETF approval is almost certain, and almost certainly already priced in. I mean, are we feeling a little bit euphoric here, or do you think there's more gas in the tank here?
I think things are about to pop off. Now the question is it today, or are we going to have a chill Christmas break? I mean, and it all comes down to essentially what's going on in Washington and New York, right? And that's what it comes down to. There's a lot of speculation that there might be the ETF approval today, and I think it's about 10. Is it about 10 a.m. right now in New York, I believe? So, I mean, let's hope on this show live. And if it does, everybody better destroy the like button. Let's hope that we just see the green god candle of Bitcoin shoot through the roof, because I got a huge long open. But there's like literally, I think there was a tweet from like James Seyfarth or 𝗏𝗏𝗱𝗏 about how basically BlackRock's attorneys are living inside the SEC office right now. They're just every day meeting. Yeah. To me, running businesses, what that feels like to me is like when you have a deadline and you're trying to get everything done, it's like bam, 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 bam. And, people want to go, like, they work their ass off. They want to go celebrate Christmas with their friends, family. And I'm pretty sure Gary wants to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming and go skiing with his family. Like, so trying to get things done.
So this is my theory here. If these rumors are correct and they come with an announcement now today, this is my view, is we're going to get a massive BTC pump. It's going to reject so hard, and these alts are going to get absolutely rinsed. And I think it's all going to happen, in the space of a couple of hours, if that news comes out. So what I've done is I've opened a very high leverage BTC long with a TP just under 48K. Okay, in case this news comes out, we get some mega pump that will happen so quickly we won't even have time to click buttons. We'll ping that 618 fib. I want to show you guys my idea here. Okay, so this is what I've been looking at for a while. We've been looking at this little flag here on the weekly chart, and this is always a bullish sign, a bull flag that something's going to happen. But my big target here is the 618 level, and for me, if we get this news, I'm seeing something along these lines, a rip through there, and then a mega rejection, and we're going to be trying to buy a Bitcoin again at 37K. So that is my personal opinion, though. That is just my view, and I've now taken a 60x long BTC under these levels with a TP at about 47,900, and these are your areas if you want to play this game. It's a mega risk game. This is support we've got right here. Okay, so the current area that I'm watching, 43,400 down to about 43,200 is an area of interest. Then we've got the 618. Okay, so let's say they want to come and flush us first before they send us. We do have the 618, 42,800. So these are areas that you can exit if we lose these levels. And what is your level that you got? You got 40K. Is that where you sit? Your support level you were talking about?
My support level?
Were you buying more?
I don't buy any more Bitcoin. I just I'm just leverage YOLO long on this one right now. I'll tell you where I'm at. My entry price. So I did a video a while back where I was just gonna hold it the whole time, but then I didn't feel aggressive enough. It was like a 5x long, and as we move closer, move closer and closer. So now I've got, my entry price is 43,000, 16x long, big position, ready for takeoff here.
Okay, well, let's see how it plays out. So, I've taken a bit of a go here. So the support levels to watch, guys. You can see what's going on here. If you want to take this long, obviously the degens out there, your liquidation level will be, quite low if you're pushing 50x, 60x, that sort of thing on BTC. So 43,200 is one of them. Your next one here, 42,800. That's another potential bounce area if they want to flush us before that. And then upside target, which I've preset here. 47,900, and that's my plan. That's my game plan. We'll see how these alts respond. Let's see how we go. Okay, talk to me about Ethereum.
But to answer your last question, that when on my channel, when I first made a video about the conviction before I changed, because basically what I did is I closed out my long, opened a new one. But the first time I did it was 37.7, and I was just going to do a 5x casual all the way. I think that was beginning of December, because I knew that this was coming up ETF. So I just thought I would let it run. And I made a video calling like how to double your Bitcoin. And I just figured that if this thing goes up and pumps, 20% out of 5x long, you're going to double your money. And so that's what it was. Now, Ethereum is interesting. So I literally just finished filming this video, and it has been something that I think everybody has been asking themselves, right? Like literally everybody I know, and Rayan included, right? Like I heard Rayan on his show saying, guys, I just sold half of my ETH and put it in Solana, and it's probably not a bad idea. But our space has narratives, right? They have narratives, and I think to fade ETH completely is a mistake, because the way that I'm looking at this right now is Ethereum is going to be, it is the battle-tested, tried, true, very secure, institutionally trusted chain, and it will be the next ETF, right? Solana, no one, like, you're not going to have someone come build a multi-billion-dollar, I don't know, Fidelity, for example, is not going to come build a DeFi platform on Solana, not yet, right? They need it to be battle tested for an entire season, an entire 4-year cycle. Ethereum has succeeded in that with security. So I think that, Ethereum is definitely not going away anytime soon. It just has been slow with price action. But as we know, in crypto, price goes up, tech is good. If price goes down, tech is bad. Right. And this is how we look at things. So,
So look, my view on ETH is this 2021 bull run was all on these NFTs and all these things going on with ETH. and they were just pumping the shit out of ETH now. And it's just been quiet because the guys are trading all these NFTs and doing all these things on Solana right now, and there's just no interest right now. But you can see it's waking up. There's something going on here, and I've seen some influencers waking up on Twitter now as well, starting to talk about ETH again. So there's got to be something brewing here. And you know, my first target is about 2.6. I don't know if you have targets in mind, or are you holding bags of ETH here?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've just always held ETH, right? And like what I do is similar. You know, I do use leverage, but the way I use leverage is a little bit more like the way that Michael Saylor does it, but we do it in a DeFi way. So I take my ETH and I go add it as collateral in 𝗬𝗶𝗱, right? So let's say I put $1 million worth of ETH in 𝗬𝗶𝗱, and then I'll take out a loan for, let's say, $500,000, and then I'll go use that $5,000 of stable coin that I just took out, that I'm paying a variable interest rate between, like, you know, usually 3 to 7%. And I take that stable coin and I go buy more ETH and then recollateralize it. And that's kind of the way I use leverage. So I'm not, but when I do trade on exchanges with leverage, it's for fun. It's a casino.
Pretty degen still, though. I mean, you are quite a degen. I mean, also with some of these meme coins as well that you're chasing.
Man, the meme coin degeneracy is real, right? It's very, very real. I mean, this is a personal habit of mine. I mean, it's entertainment, right? It's entertainment. Like I would highly suggest that nobody puts money into these meme coins that you're not okay losing, because the likelihood that you're going to lose that is extremely high, right? And these scenarios where, like we saw the other day with that guy who put 16 grand into Bonk and turned it in 12 million. And I think it's a lot less now, but it's probably going to go back up. You hear these once in a while, right? You heard that on you heard it for Doge and SHIB, the guy who put $400 in and turned into, you know, 8 million or whatever. But this happens to like a very small percentage of people. So I look at meme coins as a shitcoin casino, you know, and I have fun with it.
Look, and I mean, we've been having fun on the Solana network. It's a lot quicker and easier to play around with. I mean, we've been really having a good time playing around on there. But yeah, I mean, very true. I mean, if somebody's pumping a meme coin and they're making money, okay, are you that guy that's not going to sell? I mean, you hear these stories. How did someone hold on for that long? How did he not exit his position? I mean, most people will try and jump out 2x, 3x. How's this guy holding on? He's making 50x, 100x. I mean, who can do that mentally? I don't know how these guys manage it. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
I think it's people develop, like, this has happened to me a lot too, right? I hear a lot of stories about, you know, I was in Bitcoin in 2012, you know, and I've met people who were even in earlier than me, and you see the stories from time to time on X or whatever. And it's like, the story is quite similar. Oh, I bought Bitcoin at 80 cents. You know, I bought 10,000 Bitcoin at 80 cents. And then I sold it at, you know, then it went up to $2. And then, you know, it came down to $1.50 and I sold it and got scared but I'm still happy because I made, you know, 100% or whatever. And then that's it. They're done. Right. But it's all about developing for these guys. And this story about this guy with Bonk, in his mind, he had conviction, right? He's like, this thing's running. And to be honest, like, that's what happened with me with 𝗵𝗵𝗴 in the beginning of time. But 𝗵𝗵𝗴 was before I started playing around with leverage trading, right? So if I would have had leverage trading, and I'm actually looking right now, we'll get into some of these in a minute right now. If I could leverage something right now, we'll get into it in just a bit. But I'll tell you which ones I would like to try to replicate the same thing that he did.
We'll save some secret bangers for the end. I want to start going through some of these tokens for my traders out there. Let's just recap Solana. So yesterday we were talking about Sol sitting at our target. It's now blown through our target zone. So we're looking at a Solana weekly chart. And again, no reason for me why Sol is not going to go to 130 here. It seems like an unstoppable train right now. Even if we get a flush out, I mean, we are so far up here. Look at our support running down all the way down to about 70 even. For me, is a solid support bounce region for Sol. and we could easily just play this game here. So yeah, as long as this market's staying bullish for me, I'm still on track here for Sol at around about 130. And then the scalpers and the degen guys here, this is the Sol 4 hour that we've been trading 4 days in a row now. We started this trade down here, I think it was on Monday actually. Then we got the next one, then we got the next one. Here we are now. We are in a hot zone for Solana. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. We wanted to see some kind of consolidation now. It must just cool down a little bit. And just like gather itself before it loads up for the next move. We don't want it to shoot up too fast because we can get quite rinsed there. So I'm looking for some kind of consolidation here. But upside for me, I still want to see those targets up ahead. So just be a little bit patient now. We've had such a nice move here on Solana, and then on this 4 hour.
What kind of pullback are you looking for here? Where would you buy in?
So for me, as a trader, leverage trader, I'm looking at 78 if we do get this move lower. Okay, so first prize, I want to see a flag. Okay, this is first prize, right? Okay. Second prize, horizontals here, round about 78. So if we do get this move lower, we can see this is a reaction zone. This is a bounce area. So anything from 78 down to 75 for me is buy zone on this 4 hour chart. But dream scenario here is we build a flag and we catch a 4 hour breakout out of this flag. We'll do a classic bull market breakout trade, simple stuff. And then you can start aping in when it starts breaking that trend. So we just want to see it consolidate a little bit. Then we're going to load up on Solana. So just give it a little bit of time. I mean, you guys can obviously dial in. If you want to go 15 minutes and 1 hour, you can look. But I am looking for something like that. And, we want to see this trend line. We want to see some kind of trend here. Let it consolidate and then pop. And then we know everyone's going to jump into that because we all want to see Sol at 130. We're all willing it on together. So that's where we want to be. And then Radium, obviously. I mean, we brought up Radium yesterday. And guys, let me know in the chats who bought this Radium, because you guys pumped the shit out of this thing. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday. It was just breaking through this 1.24 region. And Radium was a play on Solana strength. Radium is a play. And it's a play until there's no more Solana strength. So my target here for Radium, we still in on target yet, 2.3. It's coming. So again, just a matter of time now. Let's see if we can get some kind of degen vibe here for you guys. Let's look at the 1 hour on Radium. And this is the type of thing we want to see. Just a little bit of a flag, a little bit of consolidation. And maybe we can start sniping our next entry. So you are looking for something along these lines. Okay, you got a little trend here in play at the moment. Okay, and it's going to be a very simple game here. You're going to wait. You just want to wait for that. And then you can jump into Radium for the next move. So you can see we do have some horizontals here. So this is resistance for us. So we just want to see it pop a little bit higher. This is the 1 hour. A little bit of support here at about 1.83. And then it might offer an opportunity. If this is going to still start pushing for us, that's an opportunity. And then we've got this trend. So we're going to watch this rising trend. Let's see if we've got some Fibonacci here. Do you know what Fibonacci is? It's science.
I think it's like the cousin of Ponzonomics, right?
I mean, you know what? These fibs are the most ridiculous thing and the best thing at the same time, because every retail trader likes to trade with fibs, okay? And we know this. So when we hit these reaction zone, all the traders push buy at these areas. So then it starts the price, it gets the price moving, and things start looking better. Look at this bounce here, 382 bounce. Look at this candle. Look at that. Absolute science every time. So we are going to watch this now as support. We're going to watch this 1.56 as support for Radium. So if we do get a move down into this area, we're going to look for a potential bounce over there. So 1.56. Otherwise, we're just going to play this trend break and jump in on some bullish momentum. And remember, guys, very simple. If we lose this rising trend, okay, the fun is potentially over, even in the short term. So if you lose that rising trend, then just sit back a little bit, let it play out, and let it drift a little bit lower. Okay, I'm very excited to talk about optimism. Look at this. This is now, we're pushing all-time highs here for optimism. We were trying to long this thing. Where was it? It was down here. 1.7, 1.8. And they were flushing. And then we eventually got bored of watching optimism. And now, all-time highs. Do you like optimism? Do you know much about it?
You know, it's not, I guess I know a lot. I know enough about it, but it's not my favorite L2 stack, but I think it's just because I'm heavily biased toward a couple of things, right? Like we're building on ZK Sync. I like ZK Sync as a stack. Obviously, there's no token to trade yet for that. And then I think one of the best underperformers right now that I think is going to explode is 𝗵𝗔𝗬. 𝗵𝗔𝗬 has just been like, because 𝗵𝗔𝗬 didn't go out and raise like, $300 million like everybody else. They didn't get the kind of attention that everybody else did. But guess, I think do you know the secret about 𝗵𝗔𝗬 that they have that nobody else does?
I've got the chart. I don't have the secret.
No, but do you know the secret about 𝗵𝗔𝗬?
No, enlighten.
The secret, the team member, bro.
No,
it's 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom. I'm not even joking, dude. It's 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom.
Okay.
𝗵𝗔𝗬 is 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom. And how can you not be bullish on 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom? Seriously, dude.
I'm so bullish on 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom. It's ridiculous. I mean, is she a coder? What's the story? I mean, she's the guy's mom. I mean, did she just sign the papers or what? Like, is she quite smart?
She's a co-founder of 𝗵𝗔𝗬. Yeah, and you have to imagine that 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏 is helping her out with some lines of code and stuff, right?
Okay, well, look, guys, I brought this up because I mean, this thing had a mega dump. When was this? The all-time high, February, March 22. Okay, long way to go here. And if you're bullish on 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗃's mom, well, you know where it needs to be. Oh, I love that. I really love that. Okay, so your horizontal stuff. Look at this. We're pushing into a resistance area, but we do have a weekly trend break, believe it or not. So what you want to look for potential support regions, if you're trying to get a position in this 𝗵𝗔𝗬𝗃, if you want to get a long on 𝗬𝗏𝗃's mom, you are looking at 34 as your support base. So that is a potential buy area or support area. So if you want to grab something here, that is your first area of support. So if we lose the support, then you know that this potential move or potential long is over. But if you're looking for a position here, I was going to say, if you want to be in 𝗵𝗔𝗬𝗃 or you want to be in 𝗬𝗏𝗃's mom, you need to look at around 34 as your support base. So yeah, that's where we are there on 𝗵𝗔𝗬𝗃. No, man.
Well, so let's take a look at it from a fundamental perspective, because I think 𝗵𝗔𝗬𝗃, last time I checked, I think it's about, what is it, $180 million market cap or something, which is insane compared to the others. It's up 23% today. $172 million market cap, 378 fully diluted. And they just announced a $100 million ecosystem fund. And one of the things too is they have, so everyone, and this is probably not so relevant to your audience, but there's a lot of discussions about, and it's very technical, but like how to decentralize a sequencer, like the sequence of events in a blockchain, and usually it's centralized, and so they're apparently supposed to be one of the first people to actually come out with a decentralized sequencer, which is good for decentralization. But they've also now managed to raise $110 million ecosystem fund to get this thing going. And what's the, like, when we look at other L2s on an upside, from an upside potential, like, I don't know, what's the valuation of, let's say what's kind of like the lowest popular L2? I don't know, what is it? What is it? Optimism?
Matic?
Is it
Optimism? Maybe. Let's take a look. Where we are, yeah. Market cap, Optimism, 2 billion. 2.6.
Yeah. And so I think that, like, just think about the upside potential here. And I've been hearing more and more and more about 𝗵𝗔𝗬𝗃 lately, right? We actually launched them on Paid Ignition, our launch pad, in 2021. We're also investors in them as well. And they're very serious about what they're doing and building. But they didn't have the kind of attention that everyone else did, literally because of the minimal fundraising they did, unlike everybody else. So in my opinion, this thing has massive upside potential here. And if I'm going to bet on a layer 2, I'm probably going to bet on something like Midas because of who's involved, the ecosystem fund that's coming into the project, and the fact that, like we always say, we're not here for the 2x's and 3x's and optimism and arbitrum and stuff like that. We're here for the 10, 20, 30, 40 x's. And that's what you can get from Midas now, sitting at $170 million market cap.
So yeah, 10x from here takes us to 1.7 billion. I mean, even just a ride to the all-time highs from here, 340%. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's legs on this one. Again, guys, if you want to buy this thing and you're looking for areas to enter, or you're looking for areas to exit, if you're trying to trade it, 34 support. Okay, your next level, 26. Those are your 2 hot zones where you can get buys in here, or if you're taking longs on this thing, you lose those regions. Those are potential areas that you can look to cut. But the upside here is a little bit too big to ignore, I would say. Okay, I want to get into Velo. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're looking at some projects on Optimism. Okay, so I brought up this Velo Finance, and this is the 4 hour, and we've just broken horizontal. I was saving it for you guys, and they seem to have run away now. So this is the horizontal we have just broken through. So what you want to do now for this Velo Finance, if you want to be involved in projects linked to something like Optimism, which is pumping. So if we're shifting into Optimism and Arbitrum, here's a little project for you. Velo Finance, this is your support now. 0039, this is your support level that you want to watch. And let's just dial out. Let's see where we are and where this thing can take us. And you can see these, like so many of these tokens here, they have lagged so much. They've got these massive targets ahead of them. This guy is looking at somewhere around 0058. Okay, there's a potential move coming here on this guy. 50% still, with your support base sitting at the 0039 level right now. So quite a nice little low lev sort of spot play here. And if we start losing those areas, and then you can jump ship, but the upside looks too good to ignore here, 50%. So we looked at Radium yesterday with Solana, and we looked at 𝗬𝗏𝗏. I think it was 𝗬𝗏𝗏 yesterday with Fantom. And, you know, those things also, they're moving on strength of those tokens. So for me, it makes sense that we play into some of that. And you can see they are starting to climb into this Velo. It's Velo Finance. Let's just pull this one up here quickly. Have you heard of this thing?
Velo
30 million market cap.
You bullish?
Looks fucking bullish. Looks pretty decent. 30 million market cap. This thing's pumping. Big targets. It's on exchanges. OKX, KuCoin, 𝗦𝗵𝒽, Gate. So, it's been around. Could be something, yeah. So that is your support, guys. That's it. 0.0039. And pretty big upside there. And then the other one I've got is Synthetics. Okay, this has also been a little bit slow. We had a nice move earlier in the year, but again, slowing down and pushing into a resistance area. But this is something you might want to have in your armory if you are looking at some more tokens to add to your bags. What I would say here, what's your opinion on Synthetics? Actually, have you played with this thing?
I haven't played with it at all, but I'm quite bullish on any like decentralized exchanges or derivatives. I think it's this is kind of why we're here. We're here for to get away from any centralized institution. So, and I know that Synthetics is continue to build solid team, and most people are bullish on it, but I haven't played around with it at all.
I've got a message here. First Casper meme coin is 𝗬𝗏𝗏. The guys are talking about
that.
the yeah,
I saw that. I want to ape. I don't even know how do you.
Let us know in the chats. How do you buy this thing, please? Let us know urgently.
Yeah, please let us know, because I'll go do it right now.
Because here's the question: if we're rotating to Optimism and Arbitrum, are there meme coins on these guys? Or is it a waste?
I don't know. My research team is watching this thing. It's Sol based. Is it Sol based, guys? You can't tell us it's a Caspa based meme coin on Solana.
It's a trick.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Come on, guys. Find us a Casper based. We got so excited there. Jesus, I was excited there for a second.
I know, because it would have literally been the first, because I know Caspa is preparing to eventually be able to roll out tokens on top of it. And if the first one happened to be a meme, I'm all in. But
yeah, look, guys are calling it BTC 2.0 apparently. They quite like this Casper. Okay, so here's Arbitrum. This thing's woken up again out of the dead. I mean, people in the chats have been telling me to look at Arb for months, and I never look at it. It's so boring. And here it goes, you know. So congrats to the conviction there in the chats who never stopped telling me to look at Arbitrum. Here we are, and we've now broken a nice little area and pushing nicely. So let's just try and find some supports for you. If Arbitrum is your game and it's something you want to be in, you need to just make sure you are buying it in solid areas, and if it starts falling over, that you start looking at solid areas or loss of solid areas where you could potentially exit. So what I can give you right now for Arbitrum is a potential target, which is, we're nearly there, 1.4. So it's had a nice little move. Okay, so 1.4 is the current target for me. That is a 618 pull. So, you know, expect some kind of rejection there or some kind of reaction at least. And then pullback areas, if you are bullish on this after a pullback, well, look at this nice hot zone here. This is a nice horizontal tied in with a 382. So 1.25. Okay, if you get 1.25 on this Arbitrum, that could be a really nice bullish area for you to buy for that next push then to what looks like all-time highs and things after that next move. So you can see where we are. All-time high was 1.8. So, I mean, this is early days for Arbitrum. This thing's only 2 years old, something. So it hasn't even been tested properly. Like the old Dino coins from 2017. So there could be a lot of room for these guys to move still. And then GMX, it's built on Arbitrum, right?
Yeah, and Avalanche.
Okay, so guys, this chart was in the Sniper Club. I put this chart here in my scalper and trade setup. So if you're part of the Sniper Club, you have access to these charts that I put in there. And I dropped this setup in the Sniper Club a couple of days ago. And look how it's played out nicely. So it was a very simple setup for me. It was horizontals. It was a trend, okay, rising trend. And I had a 618 tie-in. So for me, that was enough evidence that we were going to get a bounce on GMX. And, you know, they did their thing for us. So Sniper Club guys, you would have had this little 12% move. And that setup was there. So guys, there is a link in the description for Sniper Club. It's a paid service, but we're dropping all our charts in there, and DJ and David's in there. Obviously, it's Sniper Club. Sheldon the Sniper, it's Sniper Club. And Mama Sniper's in there. DJ and David, Simon Chaos is in there. Bruce is in there. I'm in there. We're all dropping stuff in there. And you have direct access to us. You can send us messages in there, and we can answer your trading questions. And we do have a lot of closed Zoom sessions that we do for you. And we do everything from advanced leverage trading to trading psychology sessions there. So definitely something, if you are a new to trading or a current trader, definitely something to add to your weaponry here for trading. So give us a shout there and come join us. Let's see. Seba says, is STX doomed short term? I don't know. Let's see. How's our BTC longs going? Yeah, are we wrecked yet? No news yet. It's still flat. Okay. We keep going. Okay, let's go to, what do you know about Rose?
Oasis?
You heard of Rose? Yeah,
a long time ago. But oh, okay. So we have another. So now we have this Alt L1 narrative rolling out, right? Yeah. You know, back in the day, a lot of people said a lot of great things about it. I have not stayed up to date to have any idea what's going on over there.
Okay, well, for those of you interested in Rose, you can see like there's rotations into all of these things. They are waking up. We are now breaking through a major weekly area. Okay, so this is a good sign. If you are looking for an entry or you're looking for a position in something like Rose, what you want to see is you want to see support develop now around this area. This 112 region is an area you want to now watch as a trader for support. If you are looking for this move just to the top of this range, it's 28% more to go here on Rose. So what you can do if you are looking for entries is you can dial in. You want to look at something like the 4 hour to start with, and see if you can just identify a couple of pullback zones or hot zones for you that you can try and start building a position or grabbing an entry. So what we want to do is just pull some fibs up here, and we want to look for solid pullback zones. Okay, so this thing is hot now. This thing has been running, so it's going to be a tricky one to try and grab here. Let's see if we got a trend. Okay, obviously, leverage traders, your life is slightly more difficult because you need to have precision entries for things you're doing. The spot traders, well, they just chill, you know, they're quite relaxed. But you can see with this band over here is this weekly region that I was talking about. So for spot traders, you know, as long as it's floating around this area, you don't really have much to worry about. But the leverage traders, you want to try and snipe the best entry possible. And what I can give you to start with is a potential wick into this 382. But it is very lonely over here. It doesn't have much help at the moment. So this is your first potential wick area, 0.107. That's your first potential zone. If you're a leverage trader, maybe you're going to get something like that if you're lucky. Otherwise, let it consolidate. Let it just get some kind of flag here. Let's see what it gives us. And then you can just play a simple little breakout there. But we need a little bit more structure there. But if you zoom out on the weekly rows, looking good. But I mean, we've seen a lot of other tokens here with much bigger upside. You know, 30% is 30%.
Sol's pumping again. I closed my position earlier like a little bitch. Last night I was like, this thing is going to. I was like, this thing's going to 100 for sure. I think I had an aggressive long at like $92. Open it up. It went up to like 98. Came back down to like 94, something like that. I'm like, that's it. ETH rotation, Sol's dead, exited. Now it's cranking back up, looking like it's about to touch 100.
Just look back at this chart. Whenever you have doubt, just look at this. It's written in the stars here. As long as this market is moderately bullish, they're going to keep pushing the Sol. I mean, they're going to. So for me, this 130 for me is on for Sol. I'm sure Run would actually agree with me. He likes Sol for some big targets there.
It's for sure 130. No doubt in anyone's mind. I think the thing is just, I really like as a non-professional degenerate leverage trader, I just want to have that moment where like I just do a YOLO 50x on something and it goes up and never comes back down. You know, so that's why I had. So that's why I'm all over the place sometimes. But like, you know, if I would have like if that Solana long would have been a 5x or something, I would have been fine, right? Nothing to worry about. I would have just chilled all the way until it hit 130 or whatever, left it open. But sometimes it gets a little slow for me. You're trading on like how long do you keep your trades open?
Some of them I leave for weeks at a time. Some of them I leave for an hour or two. You know, if you get the move you want and you hit the level you want, you're in and out. But I mean, I've been sitting in things like Fantom, that type of stuff for ages. I'm sitting in margin positions for ages, weeks and weeks and weeks. So, you know, it just depends how you play it. The fees obviously start adding up, but if you're making 100% moves on these tokens and you're on leverage, it's like less of an issue, you know. It's just when it's flat for so long that it gets a bit annoying. I see this Python.
I just want to open like a Bitcoin long today, you know, with a sizable position margin, and then just let it ride and for like the next 18 months. And hopefully I get this, you know, this 10 million% gains or something.
Look how you can do this. I mean, this is actually,
how do I do that?
This was not.
Tell me how to do that, please.
Yeah, this is hilarious because I'm sponsored by Coincall, who do Bitcoin options. Okay, this is not scripted at all. Okay, but here's Coincall. Okay, I've opened up some options long that I've been playing around with for ETH, BCH, Filecoin, and Litecoin. So they let you open up options on some of these things, so you can take a long-term bet as to what it's going to be. And so what I did yesterday, I opened an ETH option long for September 24. Okay, that is next year, September. I said that ETH was going to be over $5,500. For Bitcoin Cash, I said for January 24, so in 2 weeks' time, I said Bitcoin Cash is going to be over 270. Litecoin for 2 weeks' time, I said is going to be over 78. And Filecoin by the end of the year is going to be over 7.7. So that was the bets that I've taken. But you can do this on Coincall with Bitcoin. Okay, let's see if I've got some money left in my account. Let's open a Bitcoin option here. And let's pick the date. Okay, so let's go. September 24 is the latest they can give me. Okay, so that's the furthest down the road we can get. So that is what, 9 months from here. what shall we call it? 120,000? 140? What do you like?
I think that probably you got to do at least 150.
Well, they're only giving me up to 140,000. So we go. Let's go 140,000.
Well, you know the boss. Go tell him to update the code.
They must pump it,
bro. Yeah, pump it.
Okay, so let's open this thing. Let's see if I've got some cash in this thing here. Okay, let's see. We should be okay. Let's do that ask price. See what's going to let me buy here. Okay, we're in. We're locked and loaded. Fuck, that's a big target though. 140, eh? Yeah, let's see how we.
Dude, it's priced. It's mathematically priced in. Just go to sleep.
It's written in the star. Yeah,
it's written in the star. That's for sure. 100%.
Well, if you follow the moon cycles, it's written in the moon. But okay, so there we go, guys. I've opened a BTC option long position. We're calling it 140,000 by September 24. I mean, it could be that next week. I mean, you know, who knows? Okay, so let's see how we go there. Now, guys, we want to get into some of these meme coins. Coincall disappears.
Everybody in the comments loves cock. Let's talk about it.
You guys are bad. I mean, we dealt with this cock the other day.
Look at the comments. Everyone just telling me to check my cock.
Okay, guys,
look how big cock is getting.
Okay, look at your cocks, guys.
Cock is growing.
We can't tie this cock comment into this Metis token either, can we? But if you want to trade cock,
hold on.
Okay, guys, if you want to go, yeah, see, there we go. Look at this. There's a man with a hat. Man.
Okay. Now we can talk about it.
Phase 2. Phase 2 is cock on the 1 hour breaking trend. Okay, so for those of you that like cock on AVAX, this is terrible. Here we go. Okay, so we've broken trend. What you need to watch now, this thing has run a little bit, so you just need to be careful with your levels here, especially if you're trading big leverage. What I can give you for support areas and potential exit areas if it goes against you now. Multiple zeros, 2238. Okay, you lose that region, that's potential exit zone. Okay, next one, multiple zeros, 1959. You lose that area. For me, that's a definite cutoff area where you want to start jumping ship. But look, there might be something happening here. I know George, what's his name? Cryptos or Us? George. He's talking about this thing all the time. He's loving this thing.
He loves the cock?
He loves the cock, apparently. And off it goes. So yeah, let's see. Again, look, fundamentally, it's very sound. I mean, I'm in it for the tech mainly.
The tech is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's proper. So there we are. Okay, right now trying to blow through a little bit of resistance with a cock. Multiple zeros, 277. That's terrible, bro. Terrible, guys. Forgive us. Okay, let's look at this dog with a hat. What's the story?
Wait. Okay. Yeah, go. Okay, let's go to dog with hat. Dog with. Sorry. Why? What? Shame on me. Dog with hat. Let's go. Dog with hat.
Whenever I open my thing, it's this fucking Binance. Do you remember that Binance thing where they made that video?
It's Binance.
No, Binance. Where they had that name. They were arguing about the name.
It's
turned
Binance.
It into a meme coin.
No, it's Binance.
Okay,
Binance.
let's go.
It's
let's
Binance.
go with. We want more history here on WIP. Okay, there we go. This is looking a little bit better.
Beautiful chart.
Okay,
but
talk to me about this thing.
What can you do the price range from top to local bottom? What kind of correction have we had right here?
Okay, so you want to look at that to that.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me just get the right tool out here. Okay, there we go. So we've had a 32% move. Nice.
Okay. And how about the one before it, the correction before that? What was that?
I see Cock has been listed on Bybit, apparently. They've just announced. 57% was the previous.
All right, that's perfect. So I think So I think that from here we see something. I think from here we go to Valhalla. This thing's going to 1 billion. I will show you guys after we're done with this analysis here. I will show you exactly why I believe that 𝗁 and 𝗬𝗏 specifically are going to 1 billion. I'll show you the formula for it.
Show us.
I literally. Right okay, so I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I'll share my screen. And you guys, I just did a video about this too, so it should be live in about an hour or two. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and if you want to see more, I'm gonna do a little sneak peek right now, but I go into the whole kind of thing here in my videos. So let's share the screen, and okay,
I'm adding it now.
All right, so you can see?
Yeah.
All right, so 𝗵𝗵 and Bonk, right? So we had essentially what happened is you have this kind of perfect little setup here where you have kind of this sideways moving nothing, and then it appreciates up. And then we see in 𝗵𝗵 this 58% correction, essentially local top to local bottom, before it runs up to 1 billion. So we expect to see these, and I can't, this is a screenshot from earlier. So I can't show you the run up to it, but it looks very, very similar. Same exact thing happened with Bonk. It was slightly less than 60%, but it was 43% essentially. And it took a lot longer to get there. So, 𝗵𝗵 was obviously much more parabolic, but Bonk took time. But Bonk, we have this 42% correction, and that one looks, tell me how similar this one looks to, which is it? Is it 𝗬𝗏? I think it's 𝗁. Yeah, look at so same thing here. Oh, why did I just reload here? Zoom out a bit.
Looks good.
So we have the 60% pullback, and it's starting to come back up. This is why I think that from here, this is just going to go up only here, in my opinion. Number one meme coin in Avalanche. Same exact patterns. Same thing with 𝗏𝗏𝗱𝗏. Also, nice pullback. This thing's going to 1 billion. In my opinion, these two for sure. I don't know if you want to do some TA on it, or you want to go into some of these other things as well.
I'm busy buying a spot position.
Okay, let's talk about the anal operating system then.
Okay, give it to me. I'm buying right now. I'm buying spot 𝗁. Okay, guys. Yeah,
and
here we go. Let's see the next one.
And then we have, so this one, Analos, or since we're building world computers and world operating systems, Solana backwards is literally just anal OS or anal operating system. And if you check it out, it's they built this, like, so you see this is just, it's basically a historical, it's an ode to Solana. So you've got like SBF, Bonk, I forget who this guy is over here, but then you got this roadmap of all the kind of crypto? Like, yeah, exactly. But and then you look down here and you say Analos nos Stavin, and then you hold it open. You can create it as a culmination of all memeable events on Solana. Very clever. It's just Solana backwards, literally. Look right, move left. And our good friend John, actually, I was at the gym the other day, and he shared this thing with me. I think it was like a $3 6 million market cap, and I just said buy it. And then we did, and this thing has just been continuing to pump. Nice pullback. John messaged me over here. He said exactly what happens when you buy. Actually, sorry, that was back here. Back here, he thought we had bought the top, and then bam, over here. And to me, there's certain things that you look at, but look how many wallet holders there are right now. 40,000 wallet holders already. I don't know if it's actually accurate, because I think Dex Tools doesn't have as much accurate. Let's go to SolScan and see. So 20, that's still pretty damn viral. Within 24 hours to have 26,000 wallet holders. Exactly what you want to see for meme coin virality. Let's look at I don't know, 𝗁 already has a bunch. Where's 𝗬𝗏? over here. WIF is going to be the same. It's actually, look at that. WIF has only 27,000 wallet holders, while Anal operating system has about the same within 24 hours. So I'm very, very bullish on these three things. I actually, like, it goes against every like fundamental thing but we've learned that our space values memes, and that's just the way it is. And we know now the formula. I gave you guys a sneak preview of the formula of how it goes to a billion. My bets, I am betting big spot positions that Analos, WIF, and Cock all go to a billion. That's my bet. And I've got large positions, and I continue to add along the way. The way that I do this is I look at something that seems like it's quite viral. Like with Analos, I think we put in $3,000 immediately. And then when I got home from the gym, I went and looked at the website. I said, this thing's got some interesting characteristics. I just put a bit more in it, right? And then I saw a wallet holder growing pretty quickly. I was like, all right, let's go. And then when we had this pullback, I stopped sharing my screen anyway, but this pullback that was pretty steep. The thing is when you have upward momentum, you always want to buy the dips, right? If you're confident in something, wait until you have these red dips, because they always come. Buy that position. And if you're doing leverage, you might as well wait for those red dips to come too. You can tell me about that. You know, like, are you looking for? How do you play that, right? Because from a spot,
you can't leverage a lot of these things. So, you know, a lot of these meme coins you can't leverage, fortunately. Otherwise, people just get rinsed. But by the time it gets to exchange,
you can on 0x leverage. But for now only ETH. For now only ETH.
Okay. I'm bringing some fun with that. I'm bringing the 0x leverage. You actually told me about this thing. We're going to start trading on that thing for fun. Well, maybe you must come join me next week and we trade on that thing.
Let's both bring some thousands of dollars to the table, and let's just go to Dex Screener, and we'll just go max leverage, max bet, and just see what we can do. Like, this will be very fun. I actually haven't used it myself yet. I scroll through the X timeline. I see all these 10,000, 160,000% gains. Let's do a live show where we just sit there and we both bring some cash to the table, and we just YOLO into all these newly minted coins.
That's perfect for the holiday season as well. So we'll keep everyone entertained. Okay. No, you're on. So guys, I'm taking a couple of days off next week. Monday, Tuesday. There goes the coffee. Yeah. I'm back in the mix probably from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. We're back in the mix. So yeah, you will be seeing us again. One more for the road. Tell me about my 𝗬𝗓. I love 𝗬𝗓. Did you see Run's tweet? I was at a party with him, and we found this 𝗬𝗓 there. It was a sign for us, and I was dressed as a fish. You see that?
Oh, you found 𝗬𝗓 at a party?
Yeah, we found the statue, and we realized it was a sign that we had to get more 𝗬𝗓.
That's hilarious. Literally last night, after I had just bought a bigger bag and made a video about, I was also talking about 𝗏𝗏 hats. My phone, and tell me if this is fucking, like Apple or what, spying on me, or it's intelligent AI. But literally after I made a video and I'm talking about 𝗏𝗏 hats, my phone shows me this picture, which is my 𝗏𝗏 hat.
Of course it's listening to you. You know they listen to you. You know. I mean, have you ever opened Instagram and they're sending you pictures of shit you've just spoken about? Have you never seen that? They do it all the time. Exactly. They do it all the time.
If you watch this show, there's a documentary. What was it called? It was the one about Cambridge Analytica and all this stuff. And they say people actually think that the phones are listening to you, and that's why they share you ads. But what they're telling you is that the predictive algorithm from the AI is just so good, has so many data points on you, that it literally knows your next step before you do.
Yeah, you sometimes feel like if you think about something, sometimes I think about something and it's in my phone. And I'm like, how the fuck did they know that? It's weird. It's proper weird. Guys, just an update on the 500% trade. So I've given 2 500% trades on my show. I did Rune 500%. It was a 10x leverage trade, 50% move. We did Fantom 10x trade, 55% move, nailed it. Okay, this is my latest 500% move. It's a 10x long. The entry has bolted now. So I gave this trade yesterday. This is 𝗬liche. Do you even know what 𝗬liche is? It's an old pumper from 21. So yeah, it was a bit of a lagger for me. So yeah, this was my 500% trade. This was a 5x leverage long, 110% move. That's what we were looking for on this one. Yeah, that entry is off now. So those of you that took it, yeah, you have lost your entry opportunity now. It is on its way. If we do get a flush out or we do get some pullbacks, then watch this box. This entry box is where you can pick up anything in that region there. So 0.0237 down to 0.0215 is still the entry box. So on any pullbacks, if the market gives us something there, anywhere in that box, you can start jumping in.
I do want to say though that I've been very, very, very good at calling these memes lately. We called first cock at $29.9 million market cap. So within a few days, it was already a 5.7x. Actually, that's to today's price. It was much, much higher. It was a 10x just 2 days ago. 𝗏𝗏 hats at a $34 million market cap also did a 10x, currently sitting at 261 million. So it's like, what was that, 7x? Bonk was at, we also called it a 10x. And guys, just so if you're interested, I have a free group, and Dylan, you can come hang out in there. If you're not in there already, you should be. But yeah, all you have, yeah, just it's my 𝗵𝗵 group. But yeah, so maybe what we'll do is share a link. So I've got 2 groups. One of them is open for everybody. The other one, all that we ask is that someone uses one of our affiliate links. They don't have to, it's free. It's totally free to come in. Right now we have 400, 500 people in there. It's a really good group. Suggest that people come. If you guys go watch my videos as well, in the description of the videos, it says exactly how to get into these groups. But yeah, that's my strength is fundamental analysis, but I learn a lot from listening to you, actually. And I'm trying to learn how to get on the TA side of things.
I'll come onto your show. We'll trade and we'll chart the shit out of those fundamentals that you are talking about. And we'll give your community some entries. Especially because, some of the people that watch you, they leverage trading your stuff. You know that.
100%. I mean, and I do, and I do too. In my 𝗵𝗵 group, I say, guys, and on my show too, like I feel I've been in the space for such a long time. I think there is some sort of intuition or just understanding a little bit the way that kind of like, even though I have never formally studied how to do technical analysis, I do have a pretty good grasp generally on, kind of entry points. And I'm sure that if I studied it formally, I'd pick it up pretty quickly. But I every time I open up a trade or close a trade, in my 𝗵𝗵 group, I have a topic, and Telegram is just dedicated to me, no chat, so nothing. And I put everything in there, fully transparent. If I buy, if I enter into, like when I entered into COC, when I entered into Analos, when I entered into Bonk, everything was put in there as I do it. And I tell people, especially if I do a leverage trade, I'm like, this is probably very dumb. It's probably going to go wrong, but I do it anyway. But so it's nice to have people that actually have the technical skill to come in here and give some more insight. Let's
give them an edge with some entries. Let's just dial in those entries a little bit. Especially, there's guys that are using 10, 20x leverage, and every percent counts. If you're trading spot or 2x, 3x, then it's not a big deal. But if you're trading 10x, 20x, literally every percent move makes a difference for those traders. So yeah, let's see if we can help you guys there. Okay,
I'll drop a link in the comments here if anyone wants to come and join the
join
general admission group over here, and then we'll
okay, cool. Guys, follow Carl on Twitter at Kyle Captain, Kyle Chasse.
Kyle_CHASSC.
Okay, and follow me at the Lord of Entry. One of us will tweet those links there, and grab it. Tag us on Twitter, on X. Drop some charts. Let's see what you guys have, and let's see if we can help you with some entries over there.
I'm really excited for the 0xL Super DGen leverage show.
Oh,
that's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, we're going to try. So, guys, we're going to try and tee that one up for next week, maybe Thursday, Friday, if Kyle's available. I think we need to do it urgently, and otherwise we will get it done. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Okay, brother. Thanks. Appreciate your time. Thanks for staying up so late, waiting up for me.
Thanks for having me, brother. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Later.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.